What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to Outdoorpreneurs. This podcast is for builders, for creators, for people who love the outdoors and feel that pull to build something of their own because of it. Not that get rich quick idea, not hype, something real, something sustainable. If you are listening while driving, working, planning, or just taking a breath, I'm glad that you are here. Welcome. Today, we're talking about how outdoor businesses actually start, how they really grow, and how you stay consistent long enough to win and win big. By the end of this episode, I don't just want you to be inspired. That's going to fade away. I want you up and moving, getting stuff done, building your dream. Outdoor businesses are different from most businesses. They are hands on. You will get dirty. They are seasonal for the most part. They are affected by weather, people, logistics, and trust. You're not just selling a product, you're selling an experience, safety, convenience, and a peace of mind. And that forces you to show up and do things differently. Shortcuts and laziness do not last in the outdoors. If something breaks, it does matter. If you cut corners, oh, don't be the one. People will definitely notice. If you're inconsistent, oh, the trust that you built is gonna just simply disappear. That's why the outdoor entrepreneurship builds strong operators. If growth feels slower than online businesses, that's okay. What you are actually building is real. Now, for you new outdoorpreneurs out there, I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down. Later on, later on throughout the podcast, I'm actually gonna even have homework for you. And on next Friday's episode, on the following episode, we are actually gonna go over the homework. And if you guys stay consistent on your homework, you're actually gonna end up with your own business. I'm not the type of COO that is gonna put you out there and sell you a whole bunch of fluff. Desi Campaign Ventures is here to stay, and we want you to grow in your own way. In your own way, that's the reason that we actually do these shows. It's not just to have downloads and get this and that. It's because we want you to grow. We want to build with you. If not, what would be the point of doing all this? So here we go, baby. Lock and load. Get ready. Now, how to start an outdoor business without overthinking it. A lot of times we tend to, especially as adults, we tend to overthink things. We cannot be doing that. We gotta start from ground zero and then from there take it step by step. All right. So this is where we slow it down and actually get practical. It's not gonna be a lecture. We doing the damn thing, and we're gonna do it right here and right now. So here we go. Step one: identify a real problem. Strong businesses don't start with ideas that people think they are cool. They start with problems people already have. We, as outdoorpreneurs and entrepreneurs, we are problem solvers. That's why we get paid because we solve problems. So think about problems that people that in the camping world or in the industry or niche that you want to do this actually already have. It's a firewood, the firewood access. Is a the campsite is a confusing. How about the setup? When they set up, it's a stressful for them. Maybe they don't know how to do it. Those type of stuff. How about the gear storage? Do they need to be able to rent out some gear because they don't do it all the time? Or maybe they bring a lot of gear and they need a place to store it. How about trip planning? People make a lot of money just by planning other people's trip. Right on. If you solve a real problem, selling becomes a lot easier because you're providing, and that's what you do. You provide solutions. Step two, build the smallest version first. Don't try to build the big dream vision first. Build the version that actually works. The one product, one service, start small, and you can scale up from there. Especially once people know you and they trust you, word of mouth, I tell you what, it travels far and fast. And there's no better advertisement than the word of mouth. So start with one simple step, one service, and then one product, and then just simply take it and keep building up from there. You know, do one weekend test, try it out. It like okay, like how about washing RVs? That's a service that a lot of people like having, and try it out one weekend. Hey, talk to the campsite owners, talk to the also to the campground owners. Try to set up some businesses that way. Try building those relationships that you're gonna need. The goal isn't to scale fast. The goal is proof that you are that problem solver. That's all you need to do for the second step. And trust me, when you get that part done, woo woo, have mercy. This one right here is one of them. The third step is one of them that actually had a little bit of problems when I started in the world business, and that is to price for sustainability. On the pricing feel safe. Oh, maybe I'll get more customers and so on. But on the pricing actually quietly kills businesses. You need to be able to cover your time, your hard work, your effort, replacement, and also be able to grow. That doesn't mean that, hey, I'm gonna start charging for $100 bundles or something like that when the value that you are bringing is a $5 bundle. That's a big difference, right? So if pricing feels uncomfortable, you are probably learning, and that's a good thing. But you gotta be able to break that barrier and give them their worth. If, for example, let's say that you buy a $5 bundle from me, or you rent the RV at $300 a night, right? The Winnebago. I got no problem charging you those $300 a night, or selling you the $5 bundle, or renting you the campsite and so on, because I know that you getting your money's worth, and I'm bringing you value with it. You getting value. It's not a ripoff. I'm not here as a one time hitter. This company ventures is not here as a one time hitter that is gonna just, oh yeah, give me your money. I don't care what happens next. So that's what makes it the big difference. Yes, charge for absolutely, and make sure that you bring them that value, whatever problem that is there that you are solving. Solve the problem, and you're gonna be doing a lot better, and the money will definitely come. The problem is that a lot of times, especially when you first start out, you start like underbidding yourself like crazy, and when you do that, you're not making enough money to be able to eat. If something breaks, you're out of business, and you're not leaving money there for growth. So even when you're starting out, um, always price you make sure that you price everything accordingly and bring that value in, so it will justify the price. If I sell you something for $100, I guarantee you getting you $100 and then some worth. I'll make it worth it. And that's the big difference. You gotta have confidence in what you're doing. Gotta have confidence on your worth and the worth of the problem that you're actually solving, and you see the experience that you are actually bringing to the table. And all this actually matters. The next step is document everything, especially on your first year that you're starting out. Username, passwords, everything. I call it a black book. Make sure you keep that safe, but create a black book that actually is gonna have all your data and the whole nine jars. Also, every mistake that you make, write it down and write also not only the mistake that you make. That's actually good. That means that you're learning. You have to make mistakes. Listen, I'm the COO. I make mistakes. Okay, this is a startup. This company ventures is a startup. So there's a lot of mistakes being made, a lot of lessons still yet to be learned, and that's what makes it so great. That we make mistakes, we learn from it, and from there we get to do better. Then I get to teach people from my mistakes that I have made in the past, so they don't make the same mistakes, and hopefully they can even go faster than me. So your mistakes, write them down, write the solution, and the whole nine jars. Also, like your what you spend, what you do not spend, not only for tax benefits and for tax breaks later on, but you want to know like where the money is going. Even on the wood department on this company ventures, I do the exact same thing. I document how much the supplier gave me for the course of wood, how much I made out of then course of wood, the supplies that I had to buy to make sure that I made the course, I mean the bundles and the whole nine jars. Everything gets documented because those based on those documented documents and all that data, you can actually physically see without just guessing and trying to hype things up a bit. As humans, we tend to do that quite often. Now you got just hardcore data and you can make much better decisions there. Experience becomes education if you pay attention. So attention on what you're doing in the good, the bad, the ugly, and will come out regardless of storm. You're gonna come out a better man, a better woman, right in the other side. I believe in you. Let's do this. In this step, I'm actually gonna take it even a bit further because it's really important. For step number five, build simple systems early. Remember that I was talking about the black book and so on? That's not all. See, even if you are a solopreneur right now, let's say that later on in life, you want to scale to the bigger platform, to the bigger picture, and the whole nine yards, it's systems what actually make things happen. They take for example McDonald's. Everything's done through systems. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Boom, end result. Big businesses, all big businesses got systems in place. That's what makes it happen. As an investor, it's the same way on the investor side. I want when somebody come up to me with a investment proposal, I want to look on what systems they got in place so they it could be sustainable. For example, um, people, investors don't buy just your company. They want to buy your system. They want to make sure that the business that they're investing in, or as yourself as an entrepreneur, you building is gonna be able to outlive you, create that generational wealth. So the only way that you're gonna be able to create that generational wealth is by providing making systems and taking it from there. Now the easiest way to do this is right now when you first start. Write everything down. Remember we talked on step 4 about documenting. Another thing is write things down. Like first step 1, call the supplier, list of suppliers. Step 2, supplier delivers the wood at my location. Great. This is how much they get paid. Step 3, I have my staff split and cut off the wood and start making $5 bundles. Person 1 splits the wood. Person 2 makes the bundles. Person 3 takes it to the floor. Now you got a little system that if I were as an investor, I were to look at it, oh, okay, this makes sense. I can see how your business is running. This makes sense. You got everything organized. That's great. There's no guessing game in this. And eventually, and I really hope to the utmost that you do make it in life, whatever it is that you want to do in your business and in life, period. I want to see you grow. The fact of the matter is, it's gonna help you. And if you were to get sick or anything like that, somebody can actually take over and be able to continue the system that you have in place because it's one documented and it's a system. It's not guessing game. It's not a one man show. You gotta build up. At first, yeah, you're gonna be a one man show. You know how many hats I got right now, but it makes it worth it. So systems. Develop a system. It could be the easiest thing. You don't need to be looking like McDonald's, Burger Kings, and so on. Start small. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a good thing. And simply just take it from there. You're gonna see a big difference, trust. And if you ever sell your company or want to get really good lead investors and so on, you thank me later. And by the way, talk to me about it too. I want to know about your success. I want to know about your failures. I want to know everything because at the end of the day, man, we all people. We are here all to grow. So let's support each other and let's grow together. Here's a daggone reality check. Consistency is the difference. Most businesses don't fail because the idea was bad. Like, done, belly up, out of here. They fail because the owner got tired. Consistency through slow season it what separates long-term builders from short-term dreamers. Outdoor businesses grow in layers, not leaves. If you stay consistent long enough, momentum does show up. But for success, there's a big price that you gotta pay upfront, and it likes getting paid in full. Are you willing to put in the work required to get the job done? And what we're talking about seasonal and slow seasons and so on. So we have a Winnebago that we rent. We based in 330 Chase Parkway in Waterbury, Connecticut. Desicam, Desicam Penaventure is that's our headquarters. Now, the thing is that the Winnebago is seasonal. Already by October 15th, I'm shutting it down. Also, the campsite, I also shut it down on October 15th because that those two assets are for this region, to the New England region. Now, what am I gonna do if I shut down the Winnebago and I shut down the campsite? Where am I gonna make more money throughout the season, the off season? Where's the money gonna come from? Those are problems that you need to be able to solve because you want to make money. If you build in a business, you want to make money year round. So, at the CEO, I'm thinking, what can I do to make more money while the season is gone? Now, when I first started, I wasn't thinking about making 10, 20, $30,000 a month doing it. I was just hoping that I make like an extra 1,000 to 2,000 during the off season, just to give a little bit of extra money from when the season starts. You're already on a positive cash flow, because even when it's off season, you're still paying the insurances, and insurance, you guys know, is not cheap. As soon as the season restarts, before I rent it to the customers, the Winnebago, in which is a Class A diesel pusher, it's gonna need maintenance. It gets maintenance every single time, and oil change and the whole 9 yards before it even touches the first customer for the season. So all that is big bucks. So what can I do to continue to make money during the off season? So when the season do start and diggity daggity doom, let's go racing, we already on a positive cash flow instead of just simply going out of your pocket. And when you first start, you're coming out of your pocket or figuring it out really freaking fast. So therefore, I started selling wood at $5 a bundle, $5 bundles, and it has been working all throughout the winter, doing beautiful. At the same time, I teamed up with XM Radio. I teamed up with Pandora. iHeart, and the whole nine yards. I don't make a lot of money out of podcasting. I'll tell you that right now, like literally pennies on the dollar. But the value that I'm getting from this is that I get to teach you. That's what I'm doing it. Because I'm telling you right now, it takes so long to, and consistency. Never forget consistency. If you wanted to start your own podcast, by all means, but it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of consistency and the whole nine yards, just like any other business. But at the end of the day, it does help with the SEO. It helps the iHeartMedia and the even Apple Podcast, Spotify, blah blah blah. They do pay for creating this type of content, and at the same time, the bigger value that I'm getting out of podcasting is that I get to speak with you. I get to teach you a couple things, the good, the bad, the ugly, So hopefully this will help you, even if it's not in the outdoor community, but hopefully it's going to help you in your own business, in life, or whatever the case is. You never know. That's what I do, this type of stuff. Spend hours doing it because you are worth it. It's not a sales pitch. You are definitely worth it. That's why we're doing it. Now, the wood, in the other hand, is helping people, it's solving problems. A lot of people got their wood stove, wood boilers, fireplaces, and I didn't even know like how much people do rely still this day on wood as a source of energy. I literally had no clue. I thought, hey, maybe it's October, so maybe a couple people still doing, campsites or making fire in the autumn with the leaves and so on. Now there's big money to be made on just wood. I guarantee you. So therefore, is it is helping doing these little steps. It is helping to continue a positive cash flow during the company while they're off season. And now, soon enough, we're gonna have a Roku channel, and things are gonna continue to actually keep building up from there. We're gonna have a TV network, and we got a lot of things coming up, great things coming up along the way. But this is how everything starts, man. It's not about, oh, I'm better than you and this and that. No, man, we build everything together, baby. So hopefully you take the lessons, be consistent. At times it's normal to feel like screw this crap, man. This is a lot of work. I'm freaking tired and still gotta do it. But never forget why you're doing it. Outdoorpreneurs help each other because we understand the grind, man. Gotta grind. This space isn't about competition, it's about collaboration. They listen, there's no scarcity of money, there's no scarcity of success either. It's all about we helping each other to make things happen. Even if you are one of those people, and there's nothing wrong with that, that really don't like to talk to people and that type of stuff, or afraid of talking to people, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with you. But in this business, especially in this industry, it's all about people. Even if you got to play as an actor, don't be fake. But even if you got to play as an actor doing a role so you can talk to these people and so on, then if that's gonna help you, then by all means, because everything is about collaborating, helping people, and the whole nine yards. You are just like one conversation, one relationship, one connection that can change the whole entire game up. Your whole entire game. It can level it up. So it's really important that you actually do go out there and talk to people. Don't isolate. Don't make it seem like your business is a taboo type of thing. If anything, it's be proud of your business. That's the very step one. You already know that you're solving a problem. You're hyped up about it. You want to get out there and make things happen. Don't isolate. Get out there. Let people know. Be proud of what you're doing. Be proud of the problems that you actually solving. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing, man. You're doing the right thing. But the way that people are gonna know about your service if it's you open your mouth. Use social media while you at it too. Don't let that die. Social media makes you a whole lot of money if you use it right. And you don't even need to pay for ads. So use it. Use that. Use everything to your advantage. Talk to people. Before we wrap up, it's time for the Outdoorpreneurs homework. This isn't basic work. This is the kind of homework that can change your life. Because if you keep listening but never taking action, what's the point? Telling you a whole bunch of hype, a whole bunch of a whole lot of motivation, and do nothing about it. Like, what's the point? That would be a waste of time, man. So we doing it and we doing it really well. Like I promised you at the beginning of the show, we do practical here. We don't do the whole plus stuff and everything else. All right. But now, if you do the homework, if you actually do the homework on the next episode, we're gonna be going over the homework, and also you're gonna get more homework. Because if you do the homework, you never know. You might just end up with your own business. So be ready. Here we go. If you cannot write the homework right now, it's gonna be also on the show notes. Don't be trying to write stuff and drive. We want you nice and safe. That would be great. We want to be able to hear from you again. So let's keep it safe out there. You know, you're way too valuable than any homework. But when you get back to the house, your office, whatever the case is, do write it now, and also the homework will be on the show notes as well. So let's get started. For the very first step, write down 5 problems you have personally experienced outdoor. I don't care what it is, just write down 5 problems that you have personally experienced outdoors. It could be at a campsite or campground. It could be going hiking, whatever the case is. 5 problems you personally experienced in the outdoors. From there, I want you to circle the one that frustrated you the most. And you know the one, there's always that one. There's always that one. So that one, I want you to circle it like big bold, circle that thing. Then, for your third step, in one sentence, answer how could I make this easier for somebody else? So those problems that you wrote on the very first step, especially that one that you circled, I want you to write down how can you make it easier for somebody else. Because the fact of the matter is, if you have one problem, I can almost guarantee you that many people before you and after you have the same problem. So if you can find the solution to that one problem, oh, you golden. That could be your whole service right there. And that's how businesses are created, baby. So you're doing it. You're doing it. All right. So write down how you can make things easier or even solve the problem that you have. Then take one small action this week. And you don't have to go big or go crazy, but you write down the problems, you write down the solutions in your own way. Take one small action to solve that problem. This can actually help you in life too. That's why I paused for a second, like, wait a minute, this has a lot more applications than just entrepreneurs, but it is true. So don't forget, take one more action this week, and we're gonna go over the homework next Friday on the next episode of Outdoorpreneurs. So make sure you do your homework. Then, at the end of the week, ask, did this energize me or drain me? And be honest with that question. Sometimes when you trying to solve the problem, you're like, this sucks. But yet, when you try to solve a different problem, you are pumped up, baby. You can easily go and run on only 4 hours of sleep or no sleep at all. Really important. You're gonna find your answers, and you're doing it yourself. I just guided you all the way through it, baby. All right. We'll give you homework. Like I said before, I'm gonna give you homework every episode because businesses aren't built by accident. Remember that we were talking at the beginning of the podcast on problem solving, consistency, the whole nine yards. Every episode, I'm here to help you, man, but you got to put in the work. You are required to put in the work or go listen to somebody else. It's up to you. I'm here to help you. Are you willing to take the help? So do those many steps and we'll take it. We'll definitely take it from there. Definitely, without the shadow of the doubt, I believe in you. Before we end, I want to slow things a little bit down. Everything that we talk about today doesn't matter if you don't understand why you're doing it. That's why this homework is really important. And towards the end, I ask you about, did it drain you? Did it energize you? They We need to find your true meaning of why you're doing it. And I'm not talking about the freaking money, man. It's gonna come, homeboy, homegirl. It's gonna come, all right? But there's gotta be a bigger why than, hey, I just wanna make a whole lot of money, you know? Money is a tool. It's gonna come, it's gonna go. Sometimes you're gonna be making $100,000 a year, a month, a week, a day. But there will be times that you're gonna be spending $3 million a month. Then what? You can, as you explode and you get better, there will come the time, I guarantee it, that you're gonna plateau, and then you start getting better, and then from there you get what we call exponential growth. So it's really important that your why is there when you got all them sleeping nights. All the nights you're not gonna be able to sleep. Oh, you can forget about lunch because you're just running. And oh man, I'm really excited to see you in the grind, making things happen, man. But you gotta have your why. Money is a tool. It's not the reason that you're doing this. Listen to me in Outdoorpreneurs. It's no mistake that we actually met. Most people start the outdoor businesses because they want freedom. And for me, that's another thing. Like, are you kidding me? I get to get paid. I get to have a business where the kids can have their own golf cart. They can go swimming. They can have fun. And other families get to have fun too. Like, are you serious right now? Is this actually happening? Like, is this for reals? This is better than winning the Powerball. You know, freedom of is over time, freedom over schedule, freedom over how they live. That feeling that you have, that pull to build something, it's not gonna go away, and you already know it. That that's people that listen to the show, right? So we get Alan Eric and all this saying like pretty good. Like, I'm not tracking you. I will find you and you will listen to this podcast. It's none of that. But the fact of the matter is that based on data, we get a general idea of who the audience is and so on. And the fact of the matter is that you know who you are. And you know that if you want to build something, like that feeling is not going to go away. Even if you have what some people call a freaking day job or why not, but you want to do something greater in life, or you would like to do something, you want to build something, or even invent something, like that, it's not going to go away, man. It's not going to go away until you do something about it. So just one baby step at a time. You know, built Rome wasn't built in one day. It took a very long time and a lot of hustle to get it done. So it's the same thing. You're not gonna build whatever it is that you want to build in one day. It's gonna take you time, but you gotta take that very first step, baby. If you don't do it, nobody else will. That feeling that you getting, it's not random. It keeps coming back, man. It's the part of you that wants ownership of your life. This path and this journey you're gonna embark on, it's not gonna be easy, man. This path, it doesn't matter what title you want to get yourself, how long you've been doing it, it is not easy. Being an outdoorpreneur, being an entrepreneur, it is not easy. There will be slow seasons. There will definitely be doubt, especially when you first start. There will be days that quitting actually does feel even logical, man. That's when your why, again, we're going back to the why. Your why actually matters. Outdoor businesses are built in seasons. Some seasons are for planting the seed, planting the business, planting the idea. Some are for learning. You're not gonna stop there. You're gonna learn more about your industry, on what you want to do, and what it's gonna take to get the job done. And some are for surviving. And you know about surviving, like the hustle bustle, man. You giving it everything you got, you scrunching out pennies, even collecting cans if you have to, whatever it takes. And eventually, there's growth. If you stay consistent long enough, something shifts. Fear becomes confidence. Doubt becomes experience. Hesitation becomes momentum. One day, you will look back and realize the thing that you were scared to start became the thing that changed your life. You don't need permission, man. You don't even need to be ready. You just need to be willing to put in the work. Do the homework. Take the step. Build slowly. Build honestly. Because if you stay consistent long enough, you won't just build a business. You build a life that finally feels like yours. That's going to do it for today's episode of Outdoorpreneurs. If this episode helped you, don't just listen. You already know better than that. Act. Do the homework. Share the episode. Build something real. Progress over perfection. Always. Until next time, keep building, keep learning, and stay consistent. I love you all.